Hi, this is Mary from the Daily Sew. This video is a quick reference for two stitches you need to use for hemming. The first is the hem stitch, which is used for hemming when the garment or the fabric is woven, and then the catch stitch, which has many uses but is also used for when you hem knitwear, fabric that needs some flexibility after it is hemmed. So, if you're ready, let's go. This is the hem stitch. The hem stitch is worked right to left if you're right-handed and left to right if you're left-handed. The hem stitch is worked on the wrong side of the garment. The hem is folded up. This is maybe the bottom of the pants or the skirt or the dress. And this is the hem allowance that will be sewn down. That is toward you. Okay. So you'll have thread and it's anchored. You want your thread to match so that it is invisible on the right side of the garment. And you want a thinner thread than this. This is a top stitching thread in order so it shows on the camera. You're going to anchor your thread. If you had a side seam allowance here, you could anchor it in the seam allowance. And if you don't have a seam allowance crossing the hem, just go ahead and anchor it in the hem itself. I like to put it on the fold. Okay, so you've anchored your thread into the hem or in the seam allowance if you have seam allowance crossing it. And the first step then, after anchoring, is to take a tiny stitch right above the fold into the garment. Now this stitch is going to show on the right side of the garment. So you just want to pick up a couple of threads, not more than that. I don't know if you can see, I've only got a couple of threads on this needle. I'm going to pull it gently so I don't pucker it. So you can see my tiny stitch with this really thick thread, but it is there on the right side of the garment. Okay. So then the needle goes up diagonally over the edge of the hem. And it grabs a couple of threads on the base near the fold. Now these stitches are close together, or should be, because they're just grabbing a couple of threads. So we'll bring it down, and then when it comes down, you could grab some threads. Ideally, you're going to have all your little tiny stitches that are on the outside at the same level up from the edge, and that's why if you do it near the fold, that's your guideline. I have very thick fabric here, a twill, and a very thick needle. That is why I'm struggling a little to get it to come through. Now, these stitches are too loose. They're sticking up over the edge. Something could easily get caught in that, like a toe. So you don't want your stitches loose, but you don't want to pull them too tight or they will pucker on the outside, and that's a dead giveaway. But make sure that they're not loose where a toe, a foot, a heel, whatever could catch on it. So over the fold, grab a few threads of the garment fabric. A lot of times you'll find with dress pants a silk finished thread. It's not silk. You can find silk thread if you look for it, but a silk finished thread leaves is used a lot for hemming because it really does blend in, disappears. It's a very thin thread, and it doesn't really show on the outside as much as a thicker thread does. An all-purpose thread is a polyester thread, and it's pretty thin. And if you find one to match, great, it'll blend right in. If you are in between, let's say you have a fabric that you found thread that is maybe a little too light, but you've also found thread that maybe is just one shade too dark, go with the darker thread. It'll blend in more than the lighter thread will. And you'll just do this until you get to the end of your hem. And where you'll knot it, you could hide the knot again in the hem, or if you have some seam allowance that crosses over the hem, you would knot that. So on the inside of the garment, you'll have these little diagonal like stitches. They're holding the hem close to the garment. And on the outside, you'll have these little teeny tiny stitches that if this was a matching colored thread, you probably wouldn't see it. And again, as long as I don't pull the thread too tightly, it's not going to pucker. It's going to lay nice and flat. And there you have it. This is the hem stitch. All right, this is the catch stitch. The catch stitch is opposite of most hand stitches in that if you are right-handed, this stitch is going to go from left to right. And if you are left-handed, this stitch is going to go, it'll go right to left. Yes, that's the normal way for right-handed. So this one is opposite of most hand stitches, so please be aware. Okay. So you have your thread, needle, and this is a lot of times is used on knit garments and for hemming because someplace where you need some flexibility, like in a knit, but also linings when you're attaching a lining to, say, a suit jacket or a coat. All right, the first step, I am right-handed, so I need to start on the left side because this, again, is backwards of most stitches. The first step is I'm going to take a small horizontal stitch in the top layer of my whatever. Here's the confusing part. I made a big point of telling you that this stitch is worked if you're right-handed from left to right. However, this little stitch that I'm about to do is going to go from right to left. You know, we like to keep you on your toes. Okay. All right. Now I get to go left to right. So I'm going to come over just to the base fabric and make a small horizontal stitch. See, the little stitches go right to left if you're right-handed, but the overall stitch goes left to right. I want to leave some slack in the thread. Again, this stitch is all about flexibility, so if I have it too tight, the thread, I will lose that flexibility, the whole point of this stitch. So I'm catching the top layer only with my small horizontal stitch, parallel stitch I should say, depending on the orientation. It's always parallel to the hem. And cross over to just the base layer. Come to the top layer only. Base layer only. if you were actually hemming something knit fabric like this, you of course would use a matching thread and a smaller, finer thread than I'm using, but this shows up better on camera. So. Okay, so you'll alternate the whole way down until you are finished. Alternate top layer, base layer, top layer, base layer. And when you go to anchor your thread at the end, you could either do it in the top layer, or if you have a seam allowance that crosses your hem, I would do it in the seam allowance. This stitch should be a little loose, remember, to maintain that flexibility between the two layers that you are sewing together with the catch stitch. The catch stitch is used to hem knits, like I'm doing here, but it's also used to hold pleats and linings and to sew interfacing. So any situation where you have two layers that need to maintain some kind of flexibility or movement between them. When you get to the end, you'll knot and clip your thread. So this is the catch stitch. And here it is on the back side. There's a row of small horizontal stitches. It's still stretched. Well, I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, as always, please put them in the comments below and I'll be sure to reply. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.